Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. Shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest alley. Can't you see you will be free? I have been far, I have been wide, searching for peace, somewhere to hide. Now I am free, open and pure, fearless and babe, I am secure. There is no dark that can't be lit. We'll find a way if we just commit. We are one. There is no them and us. Together we're strong. Together we're free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest alley. Can't you see you will be free? Can't you see
Bible Thumper.
you will be free? You will be free.
I've got no license left, cause I drove against rep. This is how things go when I'm on the road. Drive like I'm all alone and think I run the show. Cause I got a lot to learn and to go somewhere. I need to do my prayers. I need to find out how I can give in to faith. Place my hands to pray, God will lead the way. Cause all shit smells worse in the summer. So free when I come through the gate.
He black.
Hallelujah.
That's why I love Jesus, y'all.
I say yes to life, I say yes to my wife, I say yes to a family, yes to a child to be, yes to this life I'm here. No, I don't fear. I say yes to a family, yes to a remedy, yes to my legacy, yes to my enemies, yes to my sanity, yes to my bravery. Appreciate children, you're brilliant, you're winning. Saving me, pray for me when I'm going along through the gates.
to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the show. Just me. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Jesse. Jesse. And my biblical question, a doozy, a mamma mia, a hola, a sí, señor, a gracias. What the? Are you a single-minded person? Are you a single-minded person? Are you a single-minded person? Amazing, huh? Amazing. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, doing whatever you're doing anywhere in the world, we are heard around the world by everybody and their mama if you're white, and everybody and their mama if you're black. So you can be listening to the show no matter where you are and what you are doing on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on Talk Stream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. And we are going to get to those emails that we did not get yesterday. We missed due to time, because of time. So thank you. And this is an amazing Thursday. Not just because the weather is beautiful in LA. It's a bright, sunshiny day, and I can see clearly now the rain is gone. But because we love the Christians, Thursday, though we take all calls, Thursdays are now Bible Thumper Thursday.
Oh, God!
Oh, God!
Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't feel your face. Are you ready? Are you...
Oh, Lord. Hallelujah. Yeah, yeah. There you go. He's drunk as a bastard. Amazing. Bible Thumper Thursday. And we take all calls. But because we love the Christians, we love the Bible Thumpers, we give them a little bit more time on Fridays. Because, on Thursday. My bad. On Thursdays. Because Bible Thumper need the time. They they're caught up in the Word. In the Word, in the beginning, there was the Word was God, God was the Word, and the Word was God. And so when you communicate with them about the Word, it's difficult because they'll pull the scripture. They may ask you about it or make a statement about it, and while you're trying to respond, they already got another scripture in their head. So you lose track of conversation. And because we love them, we are staying with them. We're working with them. So you can't accuse us of not loving the Bible Thumpers. No other show take time out for the Bible Thumpers. But first, what I want to do, there were some super chats that we did not get to yesterday. And I said, hey, come hell or high water, we're going to read those super chats. If the Lord is willing, the first thing in the morning, meaning this morning, and it is super chat.
Thank you, Nikki, for your 3 coffees. We finished off with Nikki.
Nikki, thank you, Nikki.
Asking about Buddha.
Buddha is fat.
Allegedly. Some say he's not.
Well, whenever I see him in a Chinese restaurant, he's sitting on the countertop, fat.
I think the real one might have been fit.
Why do you think that?
That's what I heard.
Because in those days, people didn't get fat, huh?
True.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wish those days could come back again. I wish those days never had to leave. I love them so. Amazing. Thank you.
Border Hopper 1985 bought a coffee. Isaiah 3:12. Right on time for Bible Thumper Thursday, by the way. King James Version. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to error and destroy the way of thy paths.
Amazing. Thank you.
That's what's happening.
Right on time for Bible Thumper. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Chris bought a coffee. Those poor office people, they didn't even get to catch herpes the fun way. What a mess. The janitor needs a one-way ticket to El Salvador, says Chris.
Hopefully you get it now. What? We played this soundbite yesterday of a immigrant janitor who they probably illegal alien, was doing janitorial work at this office, according to the report. And he worked, I guess he was working at night, and he would take the employees' water bottles and he would put herpes on them. Right?
Yeah.
And
allegedly.
And the employee would go to work next day and drink it. That's what you get from carrying a water bottle around everywhere you go. The company told you to take water around with you everywhere you go. Your body is not going to tell you when you want some water, so drink water every minute, and you do it. Now you got herpes on it. What the? Thank you.
Terrible. Thank you, Chris. Affirmative Action Friday bought a coffee. Spotsylvania is my hometown. Go figure.
Thank you.
That's where there was a mass shooting a couple of days back.
A mass shooter?
Yeah, a mass
Oh, I think I heard you
shooting.
mention that.
Yeah, on hate
What
news.
happened?
So 3 people, last I heard, got killed, which was yesterday morning when I heard about it. And then I think maybe 3 others injured, and the suspect or suspects was on the run, on the loose. They hadn't found him at that point yesterday morning.
Were they black?
Don't know.
Because I didn't hear anything about it. It must have been black.
Could be.
Because had they been white, it would have been everywhere. I would have heard it. My mama would have heard it.
Fair point.
Mama would have heard it. Dad would have heard it. And they all dead. Amazing. I kind of remember you mentioning that in the hate news, but I hear nothing about it, so it doesn't stay on my mind.
Yeah. 3 dead, 4 in custody in heartbreaking Spotsylvania shooting per InsideNova.com. 3 killed, 3 hurt, 4 arrested.
And it doesn't say if they're black or not?
I do see, for some reason, they're showing a mugshot of a young black boy. Looks like a boy, a young man. Let's see. The suspects, 2 17-year-olds, a 16-year-old, and an 18-year-old. Sounds kind of black. all charged with malicious wounding and use of a firearm. Blah, blah, blah.
It must be black. If you got to find out the color, that difficult to find the color, they must be black. It look black to me. That's the person that they said did it?
Well, this is...
Allegedly?
Maybe they just picked a random stock photo.
I don't know if they're black or not, but when they hide the color, it's either black or transgender.
Yeah.
What the? Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Affirmative Action Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. It's terrible. Okay. Starting back over to 15. Okay. Eric bought 3 coffees. When people say, "What's happening?" I'm such a boomer. Pardon me. Eric says, "I say nothing." Now, I now realize how deep of an awareness that is. Nothing is ever happening. Everything I believe is happening is an illusion created in time, and time, quote unquote, doesn't exist. To anyone suffering, come to the present where nothing is happening, says Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. You got to have something if you want to be with me. You heard that song?
Yeah, it's a nice song.
Yeah.
Shout out.
You heard that, Nick? Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. You got to have something if you want to be with me.
I think I heard that. No, I never heard that song, though.
That same guy, I think he dead now. He did.
It sounds like a dead guy.
He made the song,
Billy Preston.
I got a song, I ain't got no melody. I want to sing it to my friend. I got to dance, I ain't got no step. Nah. Let the bad guy win every once in a while. Will it go around in circles?
That's it.
Will it fall high like a bird up in the sky?
So catchy.
Will it go around in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Amazing. A song with no melody. Nice.
Very
May
nice.
his soul rest in peace, Billy Preston.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Eric Harland. Uncle Ruckus says, no more pressing 1 for English.
Nice. No more pressing 1 for English. No more having to buy a shower head that doesn't shower you.
The water conserving something. or other.
Yeah. You hear about that? Trump
Maybe.
and Pat signed, I think he signed it already, one of those order things that we can now go back to showering again in America. It's amazing how much freedom has been taken away from us.
Yeah.
What a mess. We can have light bulbs again.
Yes.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. And Karen Williams bought a Karen Williams says, I learned years ago that when I think, Satan responds as if he's my friend. It taught me to be a single-minded person. I guess this might be a biblical question response.
Oh, okay. Are you a single-minded person?
I learned years ago when I think, Satan responds as if he's my friend. It taught me to be a single-minded person, a continuous work in progress.
Amazing.
Uncle Ruckus bought a sticker that says...
put my 2 cents in on Sunday, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
Uncle Ruckus bought a sticker with a thumbs down. It says, nope, and it's blue.
Is not a single-minded person?
It's not necessarily an answer to the biblical question. It
Oh,
just
okay.
says, nope. I don't know what it was in response to, but it was in the
Thank you.
second hour yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
Dogs keep angels away. Keep the dogs outside, says Uncle Ruckus.
That's right. Who let the dogs out? Amazing.
Mark says, we the light bulb emoji, waking up, black strong arm emoji, and red heart emoji.
Nice. Amazing.
Very amazing. Uncle Ruckus says, send money if Jesse helped you. Pay your tithes.
Thank you, Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah.
You're right. You have to remind people. It's unfortunate, but people forget. They're being helped. They don't realize I got help because somebody else gave Jesse and helped him to pay the bill, keep the lights on, pay the staff. So I'm going to give. I'm going to help. Thank you.
Jarl says,
You can do it by going to rebuildingaman.com or call 800-411-BOND. Or you can mail it in, 800-411-BOND, or you can Bond, P.O. Box 350, L.A., California, 90035. P.O. Box 350, L.A., California, 90035. Amazing.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Jarl says, on Cash App, keep speaking the truth.
Thank you, and thanks for your support.
GA on X live stream. Jesse, I find myself waking up at 3 a.m. or so, and I sit up and do the silent prayer. Doing silent prayer maybe 3 or 4 times a day. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Stay with it. And eventually, you're going to walk in the silent prayer. You're going to walk in the light. You're going to walk in present, and it'll be natural. As unnatural as it was for you to walk in the darkness, unconscious, you're going to find yourself just naturally walking in the present. And that's what it means to pray without ceasing, meaning to always be present. Don't forget to be present. Amazing. Thank you.
John Galt says, I'm on here to support you, bro.
Thank you.
X.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good morning, X. Hi, y'all.
Hannah's biblical question response with 3 coffees.
Are you a single-minded person?
No, not yet, but definitely starting to. I can see the second mind, quote-unquote, ego, desperate for my attention, but I don't react like I ignore yo mama.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Amazing. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse and crew.
Yeah.
Mike Young says, hey, Jesse and James, hey, what do you think about China retaliating at the United States with an 84% tariff? And sometimes when I include your name, James Hake, is because I admire your content as well. Thanks, Mike Young.
Nice, Mike.
Thanks, man.
The Hake Report, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, right after my show. He white, as you can see. He has good hair, as you can see, and he's not afraid of the blacks, as you can see. Right on, Mike. Thank you.
I think
go ahead.
As far as the tariffs,
Yeah.
China's retaliating. China wants to save face. They have to look tough and then look like they're making a good deal that's good for them. So I think they're just playing tough because they have to for the sake of looking good in front of their people.
And I love the fact that China is resistant, that they put it up a fight, because what it's going to do, and it is doing, is allowing you to see the glory of the power of Donald Trump. Donald Trump got this. I really think that Donald Trump, other than Jesus, who is Donald Trump's brother, by the way, his brother, he has demonstrated to the world that in all human beings, though most human beings would never know, and what a sad way to live, they would never know the authority and power, men and women, that they have within themselves. They will live a whole lifetime unconscious, dead to life, not knowing that they had the power to live all the time. Donald Trump knows that, and he knows how to let it happen. It's so deep, really. It made me want to grow an afro, but I won't, because I love my afro because of Trump. But you're watching Donald Trump parting the sea, the Red Sea. So it's beautiful. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, great question, Mike.
Yeah.
Another from Mike Young. Hey, Jesse, don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying about women being part of the Trump administration, but I believe that he probably knows that 2 things, that men are weak and women are part of the voting popularity, and he need the female vote to win. And one last thing, I personally think he now wants people who are loyal to him part of his administration after what happened in his first term. What do you think, Jesse?
I agree. I believe Donald Trump is putting all those women in so-called position of power or leadership because he does need the women vote. It's unfortunate that there are so many women and women were allowed to vote because they tend to vote emotionally. Women and men are different. And one of the greatest difference is that women are emotional. And it doesn't matter if they're Christian, non-Christian, conservative, Republican, Democrat, liberal, ancient, Chinese, Indian, Muslim, Allahu Akbar, whatever. They tend to vote emotionally. And if you look at what happens since women have been able to vote, we have social programs up the yang-yang. Up the yang-yang. And now the women who they've allowed to be in politics, you know what they want? They want to be able to get pregnant, have a baby, and while they're having the baby, they want to be able to vote from home in government. They want to be able to vote as though they're at their office. See, that's why women you should not be in government at all. You need to be home having the babies, and you want us to pay for it. So yes, Mike, I believe that's why he got them there for the vote. But and also they are under his leadership. It's not like they're thinking on their own. They're following the leader of a man. So, right on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike Young. Greg Trump bought a coffee. Jesse.
The leadership of a man. Go ahead.
You use that footage of a crazy white woman from the first hour for Female Monday? That woman who was yelling at that man about traffic.
Yeah. I've noticed that white women are starting to act like black women. Really, because in the good old days, there's no way white women would be out in the street yelling and screaming and in somebody's face and carrying on like that. The white women are becoming like what they hate. They're taking on the personality of black females, and the white husbands or white boyfriends or white daddies don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to deal with that in the same way that black men don't know how to deal with the attitude of black females. What a mess!
Indeed.
Yeah.
Kid Combo 1 bought a diamond. But I'm ready to learn. Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready to learn. You heard this song?
I don't think so.
Fall in love, to fall in love with you. Are you ready? You heard it now?
I have now.
How about you, Anchor Baby? Heard that before?
Never heard that one.
What a boring life you guys have. What?
Huh?
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 If you can you can hear.
Was that Barbara Mason?
It was.
What you
saying is so dumb. My stomach hurts.
What?
I saw this button that said my stomach hurts, and I didn't know that it was just you saying my stomach hurts.
Nice little drop there.
I like it. Amazing. Thank you.
Yes.
Amazing song, by the way. Thank you.
Kid Combo 1, an Asian who knows old school black music.
Nice.
Shout out to Games for Rec 555555565, Kid Combo, Misty, Groovy Monkey, CEO of Based, Army Ann, and the rest of the supporters on the D Live crew. Danny bought a coffee. All right, Jesse and the lads. Jesse, Jimmy. I prefer James. Laughing faces. Are the things written in the Bible the words of?
This person call you Jimmy?
He asked me about.
Jimmy.
He asked me about if I ever go by Jimmy or Jim or
Jimmy,
Jimbo.
Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? Jimmy, I had a friend named Jimmy in high school. He and I was in the same class. He died.
Wow.
After high school, though, but he did. May his soul rest in peace. Jimmy ain't coming back. Oh, amazing. You heard that song?
No. I mean, maybe.
My heart is missing you. You heard that, Nick?
Nope.
Martha and the Vandellas?
Yeah.
I feel lost.
and and it's a pop soul song.
Yeah.
Became a hit in 1967.
Jimmy, Jimmy, oh, Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? Nice.
Lord have mercy. It never stops.
Call him.
Anyway, are the things, Danny's asking with his coffee, are the things written in the Bible the words of Jesus? Was someone dictating his words that he spoke? Or is it all from other people from that time? Apologize for yesterday. James didn't realize it's a word to get you in trouble. He said the full-blown N-word on my show. Facepalm emoji.
What the?
He also said the acre-cray word for white people.
But he never said niggerara.
Yeah, he did.
He said niggerara?
Full-blown.
Isn't there a country called niggerara?
I prefer to call it Nicaragua.
What?
Nicaragua.
Niggerara.
Right.
What's the difference?
It's the same thing.
Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Niggerara.
Close.
And you say?
Nicaragua.
Niggerara.
Laugh track makes it funnier.
Nice. Thank you. And what was the question?
The things written in the Bible, the words of Jesus, or was someone dictating his words or copying them down that he spoke? Or is it all from people from that time?
I believe there's someone at some point writing down what he was saying.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think so. I know it ain't no tape recorder where he said.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear his voice. But I think they're writing down his words.
I think so too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Someone bought a coffee. Hey, young man, I understand words don't mean anything. However, does it give you a thrill to call women B words? But he spells it all the way out. Bitches. Just asking.
Good question. Now, in all honesty, I have witnesses. I never thought of bitch as a bad word. Because when I was growing up, it was a common word. And it was used by women and men, older women and men. And you know how classes older women and men were at those times. And they always referred to a woman that was acting like a mad dog or a wet hen or something. And they would say she's acting like like if she was like mad or yelling or carrying on, they would say she's acting like a wet dog, something like that.
Would it put the woman in
So-
check if you called her that?
Yeah,
back
it got
down
her
then?
attention really fast.
And she
Gosh.
didn't overreact. It shut her up. Kind
Yeah. And she knew that she was acting like an angry female dog.
Right.
And so it was always a correction word and never a negative word. It
Yeah.
was meant out of love. And it wasn't until I got here in California and of late, I've been hearing that the bitch word is a curse word or a mean word.
Yeah, and now they become even more of that when you call them that.
More what? Bitches?
Yeah, even worse of B words when you call them a B word. Because they've been taught, oh yeah, you get to overreact to this. This is a hate word. And so they think that there's something wrong with you for saying it.
It's only meant an angry female dog, that the woman was acting that way when she's angry, yelling, and carrying on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why. It doesn't mean what they tell you that it means today.
Right.
Amazing. Thank you.
It's interesting that they get worse now when you call them that instead of better.
Right. Whereas before, if a woman was acting that way and she would correct her, she'd stop.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to act like an angry female dog.
Someone continues, when you say it, it's like you place so much emphasis on the B. Do you hate women?
How come every time you correct women, you got to hate them? When women correct men, are they hating the man?
They're not used to love. People are not used to hearing love.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going on.
And they already ask, do you hate women? You can't correct a woman unless you hate her? What's up? Thank you, though.
Yeah, thank you for your coffee.
Yeah.
And we'll have to read the rest later, guys.
Amazing. Thank
you. Did pretty well today.
Amazing. When I come back, your phone call, we're going straight to the callers. Back in a moment.
I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. You've absolutely changed my life for the positive, and I just want to thank you. I was 29-year-old beta, living at home with my mom, and just was living in fear and in doubt, and I couldn't hold down a job. And then I found you, and I started listening. I started just being more at peace, and I forgave my mom, and I forgave my father. And it's like right after that, everything just changed in my life, and I was able to get a good job, and I moved out, and I live on my own now, and everything has just changed. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for spreading that message. It really is a positive message.
Amazing. That's good, man. I want people to know God love us in ways that there are no words to express, because you have nothing to compare it to, right? Stay with the silent prayer. You haven't seen anything yet. It gets better. Praise you, Lord. Praise Jesus. Praise you, Lord. You ever done that in church, hey? Like this? Praise Jesus. The organ player, the choir singer. Praise the Lord. Sha-na-na-na.
I didn't say those words, any of those words, but I did specifically when I was in college, eventually, try to lift up my hands like somewhat like that.
I see those college kids who's supposed to be bringing back religion to the college or Jesus, whatever.
Yeah.
They all like that too.
I was trying my best to be serious, and they were doing it.
The choir singing and stuff up there, jamming.
Right.
And the other, praise Jesus.
Because I used to think, that looks silly. It's embarrassing. And then I'm like, maybe I'm supposed to just face that embarrassment and do it.
What?
'Cause, you're just trying to find your way and be a real Christian.
What a crowd pleaser.
No, that wasn't to please the crowd. It was because I thought that that's what you had to do.
Oh, you just thought it was the right thing to do to be a Christian.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Terrible. That was at the Christian college.
I thought you went to school to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Nope.
Amazing. Thank you all. Let me tell you this first before I go to the calls. Brand new episode of The Fallen State today. I mean, not today, tomorrow. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. What the? Man, time goes by fast like 90 going north. I had a fun conversation with James Vick. And James is an author, MMA fighter, and coach who competed in the waterweight. What?
Welterweight.
What?
Welterweight.
Welterweight and lightweight division of the UFC. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Do you have anger?
I was a very angry child. I've just always been very confrontational my whole life.
Why don't you drop your anger?
When someone disrespects me, I want to get mad.
Have you noticed that women are evil?
Most of the men I know that are deadbeat fathers didn't have a dad in their life.
A man is the light of the world, the salt of the earth, and he's supposed to lead you out of the darkness into the light. Both your parents are black.
Black? No. All my black friends going to laugh when they hear me show that.
I thought he was black. He seemed like half black or something. And I didn't know you were white. I was like, what now? So that's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. TheFallenState.tv. You can become a member of the Fallen State now. You can support it in that way. You can go to locals, or you can go to TheFallenState.tv/donate. Amazing, huh? And the Hake Report is coming up right after my show today and every day, Monday through Friday from 9 to 11. And after the Hake Report, Monday through Thursday, Joel Friday TV, he's black, better known as Arkansas, and Shreveport at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And after that, the American Anchor, baby. The American Anchor, baby. Check him out. Amazing. 888-7753-773. Let me go to first-time caller William out of Texas. William, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Yes, sir. Pleasure to be on there with you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes, sir. So basically, yeah, I just want to commend you as well. You are a light to masculinity. You light to the world. God bless you. So now, my question.
Thank you, William.
I have yes, sir. My pleasure. I have a friend, actually, a childhood friend, who we knew each other tempers, and we grew up. As we got older and older, his mom really did not like him. And I always wondered why sometimes, I would be emotional about it as a kid. And as we grew older and older, she hated Trump. So I was like, okay. Then she started hating my uncles, and she started hating just all the men around us.
Yeah.
So she is a Seventh-day Adventist. She's very, very religious. She uses the Bible for pretty much anything she doesn't like. So my question for you, though, is that there was like a debate we were having. So there was an infidelity going on between my uncle. Okay, so there's two couples. So my uncle and his wife, and then there's my friend and my friend's mom, husband. Basically, the two men are brothers. The question is, so apparently one of them was the first couple was the man was cheating on his wife. And unfortunately, the woman that he was cheating on her with worked with this specific woman that I'm referring to. So, long story short, she goes and she tells, without anyone knowing, she just goes directly to the woman, and she's like telling her exactly what's happening. Hey, I seen your husband with another woman at my job. Now, on one hand, I understand why she would do that, but on the other hand, I'm like, shouldn't she consult with her husband first to know what to do, in that regard, So that's the question I'm kind of having right now. Like, what did she overstep her boundaries by talking directly to the woman and telling her what's going on, or should she had consult with her husband first and see what her husband wanted her to do about what she's seen or what she's dealing with?
Good question, man.
Yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
Number one, based on what you've said, I'm only hearing your side of the story. She's evil, because if she was not evil, she would not have even gotten into somebody else's business at all. It's not her business. She has nothing to do with it. She should have just stayed out of it. Period. She's evil, and she cannot be trusted.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to hear from you. So
and so if you talk to her, let her know, Miss May, well, not May, Miss whatever, you are evil. It wasn't your business. It's not your business. You had nothing to do with it. You should just move on to your own life. You're evil, and you're never to be trusted again.
Yes, sir. Understood. Yeah, that was pretty much why I called this morning.
Okay.
Because it was just a long debate we've been having, and I see her side because she's trying to be righteous and everything.
No, she's not.
Like,
she's evil.
Okay.
The only side she has is evil, and she's fake. She's faking trying to be righteous. You can't be righteous. That doesn't even make sense. You can't make yourself be righteous. You have to let righteousness happen through you by working on yourself. But she's evil, man. There's no good side to what she's done at all. She's nosy, she's evil, and she should not be trusted. Even her husband should trust her, because she'll turn on him as well.
Good point. And final thing I'll say is I would love to see you on, I don't know if you heard of Fresh and Fit, but you would be the perfect guest for them. A lot of young men who can. You have been on there.
I've been invited, so I am going to be on there.
Man, you like, there's a lot of young guys who need, an old, wise man like you. So I would really appreciate it if you were, to go and collaborate with them, get some young, youthful men to hear you out. You have a lot of good energy, So yeah, I appreciate your answer this morning.
All right, William, and you stay with it, work on you, and the wisdom that's in you is going to come forth, and it's going to blow your mind. Just stay with it.
I appreciate it.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, sir, I have. I'm actually, yes, I forgive my mother. I forgive my father.
You went to her?
Yes, I went to her and I forgave her, yes.
And how did she respond to it?
She wasn't that delighted to hear it. She was a bit, she wasn't too delighted to hear it. She was like, "Where is this coming from? Where's all this coming from?" Honestly speaking, my mom, she was a pretty good mom. Like, it's not the mom I have is pretty different from the lady I was asking the question about.
Right.
My mom was actually pretty good, honestly. But for the most part, so I guess my mom, she has her evil side too.
Yeah.
How hers is that she wants to soften me. So
yeah.
My dad, he loves to, speak life into me and make me go out into the world and make something of myself. But my mom, she's like, "No, you don't have to do all that." Like, she's basically just trying to just weaken me, and I think that's the evilness she has.
That's 100% evilness, man. That is not love at all. She wants to control you the rest of your life.
Yes, sir. So I forgave her for that reason. She's a sweet lady, but yeah, I forgave her for that reason. Forgave my father as well.
Right
he wasn't the best dad to protect me from, from what she has in her heart. But for the most part, yeah, I've forgiven both my parents. I do the silent prayer a little bit here and there. So yeah, I've been watching your show for about 6 months. I've been binge watching your show for like 6 months, and I just been getting lost in the content. So you're doing an amazing job. Yeah.
Well, you stay with it, and the old you, the not you, the fake you, the thoughts, the emotions, and all that will disappear. It will be taken away from you. The real you will remember and start being you again, and it's going to be paradise on earth. It's going to be perfect, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Oh, amazing. Let me go to Tony out of California. Tony, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you today?
All this well, Tony.
How's your stocks doing, Jesse?
Amazing. Through the roof.
Yeah, they're in the ditch. They were there in the ditch.
Did you hear yesterday that, are you celebrating, that's why you're so happy, that the stock market went through the roof like never before, maybe one other time or something like that. Never before in the history of America. Yesterday was an amazing day for the stock market.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
7 trillion.
Did you hear about Tony?
7 trillion.
Tony. Hey, Tony. Tony.
Yeah. What? Yeah, Jesse.
Did you hear about that?
No, I ain't hear about that.
Oh,
I did hear how
well, let me tell you this. The stock market surged immediatly with historic gains. Dow Jones. Hold on. Dow Jones. Hold on, Tony. Dow Jones jumped 7.87% up to 2,963 points. S&P 500 soared 9.552%. Best day since 2008. NASCAR skyrocketed 12.16%. Best day since 2001. Isn't that amazing?
Jesse.
Tony, are you on a Bluetooth? Are you on a Bluetooth, Tony?
No, sir. No, I'm on my phone holding it in my hand.
Okay. Are you celebrating that?
No, Jesse.
And why not? Why are you not celebrating that?
Because he's destroying America piece by piece, day by day.
And
he's destroying America.
Give me an example how you're doing that.
How?
Uh-huh.
He laid off all these federal workers, and now he want to throw a parade that costs $190 million.
No, those were governmental workers. They were lazy. Those were lazy government workers.
Jesse, stop, Jesse, stop.
Tony.
Stop. These people ain't got families. These
Tony.
people got responsibility. Jesse, can I speak? Can I speak for a second?
Now they're going to have to get a job.
Well, Jesse, you ain't not getting a job because your stocks is down, bro. Your stocks is over with.
So
you
you
got
didn't.
to rebuild.
I just
you
showed.
got to keep begging these people.
Tony,
Keep
I
on
just
begging these
read
people for
you.
donations.
I just read
That-
you
that's-
to. I just
that
read
don't-
you.
this-
I just read you the report. You didn't hear it or something?
Jesse, that don't recover $7 trillion, Jesse. That don't recover. I don't care how it went through the roof. It still don't recover $7 trillion. Not billion, not million, but $1 trillion that he lost in America stock market. And you say he's a businessman with 6 bankruptcies. How can you bankrupt a casino? Only man in
Tony,
America.
what are you talking
ever
about?
bankrupt-
Tony,
Come on, man.
Tony,
He's
Tony,
the only man in America
Tony,
that
what,
bankrupt a casino.
Tony,
Yes, Jesse.
calm
yes,
down.
Jesse.
Calm down, buddy.
Come on now, tell the truth.
Take a
That's
breath.
hard for you
Tony,
to do.
Tony, take a breath.
I'm listening, Jesse. Go with it, bro.
Is the Great White Hope let me ask this. Does it sound like you are aware of what happened with the stocks yesterday? You don't know about that, right?
I heard about it, but it still don't recover $7 trillion.
Let's deal with one thing at a time, buddy. Are you aware, Tony? Are you aware of what happened with the stock market yesterday? We're not talking about last year, the year before, or last week.
No.
We're talking about yesterday. Are you aware? Are you aware of what happened with the stock market yesterday?
After he came on the turf,
Tony, you're not answering my question.
I'm trying to ask you a question. You let me speak. After he came on the turfs down to 10%. Yeah, the stocks went back up. But before that,
and was that amazing?
He destroyed all he doing is lying to America, bro. That's all he do. Just like
Tony,
sometimes
Tony,
you do.
Tony.
You say lying is good sometimes. That's what you told America.
Tony.
Yes, Jesse. Yes, Jesse.
Are you happy and grateful about yesterday's stock surge?
No, because I took all my money out. I got mine and got out of it. So I ain't worried about it.
And
So I'm
do
looking at the
you
rich
regret?
people.
Do
I'm
you
looking at
regret
rich
that
people
now,
like you.
Tony?
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
So,
No, because
so
you see,
let
the
me
thing
ask.
is, rich people. No, wait a minute. Can I speak?
Yeah,
Can I speak?
go ahead.
Come on, you just keep repeating yourself.
Go
on
ahead,
the same
Tony.
thing.
Go ahead.
But the thing is, Jesse, rich people like you and the guy with Amazon, they had to go and talk to him because even Elon Musk said, "Man, you destroying me. I'm going broke." Elon Musk told him that. I'm going broke, messing with you in these terms.
That's not what Elon said. You lying now. Why are you lying?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you
Come
are.
on, no, I'm not. Come on, keep it real.
So
Keep
let
it
me
real.
go back to something because of time. Because of time.
Okay, here we
Is
go.
Donald Trump making America better or worse?
He's destroying America. He wanted to bring out
It's-
martial law April 20th or April 22nd. He wanted to bring down the Constitution. He wanted to destroy everything and come up with his own Constitution,
And
so he
so-
can be president forever.
Tony,
No, that's not
Tony,
going to happen.
Tony,
That's not going to happen in
Tony,
America, bro.
Tony.
Yes, yes.
I hope he does become president forever, at least 20 more years.
He's crazy, bro.
But
He's crazy. He ain't got 20 more years on this earth.
and then we will have Dream Team, Trump, Netanyahu, and Putin will be ruling the world. But let me ask.
Yeah.
So you said
think China
no,
gonna stand for that?
Tony.
You think China gonna stand for that? China will blow this thing off the map, bro.
Tony, Tony.
Yes, Jesse.
And so
You know he destroyed America, and you just don't want to admit it.
Tony.
Go ahead, Jesse. Speak.
So give me a quick yes or no. You said Trump is destroying America, right?
He already destroyed it.
You are saying that, right?
Yes.
Before Trump, was America being made better?
Gas prices was down. Food prices
Tony,
was down.
Tony.
I'm asking your question,
Tony,
Jesse.
before Trump, was America being made better?
Yes, it was. Yes.
By whom?
By who?
Uh-huh.
Who was before Trump? Biden.
Who was
Joe
making
Biden.
America better?
Joe Biden was.
He
was letting the people.
So let me ask
Americans,
this.
He was letting. I'm going to tell you.
So by Joe
Biden
Biden had wide open borders, and we had criminals and gang members, and drug addicts coming in across. Tony, hold on. Tony, hold on. You had these people coming in across. You had these people coming in across the border. Was that making America better?
They was coming home, Jesse. They was coming home.
Was that making America better?
They was coming home. Yeah, they was. Because we had construction going on. We had food on our tables that they was picking from our fields. Yeah,
Tony,
they was doing that duty.
So, Tony, are you black? For the people who don't know, are you black?
Jesse, I'm a human being.
Are you a black?
Tony, I don't answer the dividing question.
I know, but just for the people, the reason I'm asking this.
Everybody knows who I am, bro. So
I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. He's screaming and yelling. Tony is black, folks, and the reason I want to make that clear because I want white Americans to know you do not want black people to be in charge of your country. They have this kind of mentality. They can't help it, and they'll destroy the country. So, just want to remind, are you there, Tony?
Yes, how is this country destroyed, Jesse? The country's still here.
Tony, you think that having open borders and allow illegals to come in with drugs and crime and gang members, you think that's fine, right?
Hey, drugs was always, fentanyl was made in America, not in Mexico. Don't even go there, okay?
Thank you, Tony.
Oxycontin was made in America. Come on, let's keep it real.
I appreciate it, Tony. See, folks, if you doubt me, too, that's an example of a black person, how they see things as opposed to white people. White people, you need to start rebuilding somewhere in this country. Have your own government, have your own police department, have your own rules and regulations, and keep the blacks on the other side of the street. Don't let them in. This is what happens. It's the mentality. They really just don't know about it. You heard Tony? He said something like Canada would blow us up. What the? They just don't know. That's the mentality now. Look at that Jasmine Cricket. Insane. And she represents, not all, most of the blacks. If you doubt me, ask the whites in South Africa, Mommy Africa. And the whites in Mommy Africa is starting their own thing now, and the blacks don't like it. They don't like it. They screwed up what the white people had already done, and the whites gave it to them. And now the whites are redoing it in another part of the country, and the blacks don't like it. They want to destroy that and stop it. So I've been told. 888-7753, 773, 888-77. Jesse. Back in a moment. Hate news, not the fake news, 2 more hours to go. Now, I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married. And the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature.
Some serious mess going on in the world. This is the end of hour 1 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Bible Thumper Thursday, guys. There is one line open. It's April 10th, AD 2025. What is that? Does that mean 10 days until Easter? Not this Sunday, but next. Is this Sunday Palm Sunday? Something like that? I'm not sure. I think so. 76-year-old with an emotional support parrot stuck in Puerto Rico. JFK International Airport, no standards. Let this woman fly with a parrot, an emotional support parrot. But Puerto Rico, is not falling for it. Based. What a mess. And Trump is reversing the tariffs. He's reversing course on tariffs. Nice, maybe, It's a give and take. And a nightclub roof collapse at 1 a.m. yesterday, a couple of days ago, Tuesday. Monday night, going into Tuesday morning, they're partying hard, and a roof collapsed on them at a nightclub, killing at least 184. There were like 300 people inside. It's terrible. The lines are getting full, guys, but you can call in every so often, all right? Call in every so often. It is Hake News, not fake news. A commie nonsense network, CNN, reports that a 76-year-old New Yorker gal is stuck, I think it's a gal, in Puerto Rico because Frontier Airlines won't fly her home with her emotional support parrot, Maria Fraterigo, and her bird were allowed to travel out of JFK International Airport. Out of JFK, pardon me, John F. Kennedy International Airport, but now the airline is refusing to let her. Okay, so it's not Puerto Rico, it's Frontier Airlines. And Plucky back on board for the return flight. Good. Stay over there. If you're that weak, you need an emotional support parrot. Shout out to the 76-year-old gal. And tariffs. It took all week for our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, according to Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, to reverse course on his sweeping tariff plan. During those 7 days, however, the tariffs upset so-called trade partners, sent world financial markets into a tailspin, and prompted one automaker to lay off 900 American workers. Even some of Trump's billionaire supporters turned on him over the policy. No loyalty, including Bill Ackman, CEO of Pershing Square Capital. What a mess. What a mess. And what else? Management, who said that unless Trump changed tack, we are heading for a self-induced economic nuclear winter, and we should start hunkering down. Although Trump insisted on social media that my policies will never change, he ended up pausing the reciprocal tariffs on all nations, except for China, 3 months, for 3 months on Wednesday, giving them a chance to work out a deal. The original 10% universal tariff on all imports coming to the United States remains in effect, though. In response, the Dow climbed 7.87%, S&P 500 rose 9.5%, and the NASDAQ surged 12.2%. Whatever all that means, who cares, right? Nice, but that's cool. The death toll from that nightclub roof collapse in the Dominican Republic, the DR, climbed at least to 184 people dead in one fell swoop. At least 300 people were inside the jet set in Santo Domingo when the roof caved in around 1 a.m. on Tuesday during the performance by a merengue singer, Ruby Perez, and his orchestra. Whatever. We wish him well. Perez was one of the fatalities. He died. Terrible. As were former Major League Baseball players Octavio Dotel and Tony Blanco. The number of injured and missing people has not been released. Video footage from the inside the club appeared to show the moment the roof came down, but the cause of that collapse remains under investigation. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am JLP Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show today. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. That's 888-775773. Right, Nick? I forgot the number. Oh, 888-773773. What the? That's 888-773773. He black. Brand new biblical question. Well, it's not new now. It's Thursday. It's been around since Monday or Sunday. 888-773-773. 888-775. What? Just call me Joe Biden. So the call-in number. All right. I'm going to get it right this time. 888-775-3773. That's 888-775-3773. And my biblical question for this week: are you a single-minded person? Are you a single-minded person? Are you? You can, if you're running around, working out, whatever you might be doing, whatever you're doing, and you don't have time to sit and watch the show live, you can podcast, of course. Always podcast, but you can be listening on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App is Thursday, second hour now. We take all calls, but Thursday, let it be known, let it be written, let it be said, is Bible Thumper Thursday.
Being Christian, being pro-choice are absolutely consistent because Christianity is a feminist religion.
While he was out in the community, Bible thumping about salvation and family values. All my life I had to fight. At home, he was wailing on me. But I killed him dead before I let him beat me.
Bible thumping.
Christian men must listen. They must sit at the feet of Christian women.
I hate everybody, but you're supposed to love everybody.
First Bible teacher that Jesus had was his mother.
My mom is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Because Christianity is a feminist religion.
You can say that again. Oh, man, that's why it's not working. What the? Anyway, let me just tell you this. I realized something yesterday that maybe I kind of was aware, but not clearly, and it came to the light yesterday. As you know, some of you know, I do counseling all day long. Family counseling, individual by phone, Skype, or walk-in. You can make an appointment, appointment by going to rebuildingtheman.com rebuildingaman.com, or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663 around the world. But I realized something yesterday, and it was just clear. I wasn't trying to see it. It was just made clear. You know how when husbands and wives or boyfriend girlfriends fight, they fall in love and then they fight. And nowadays, if the women are fighting the men even more so than men are fighting women, though it's happening both ways. But what I realized, one of the reasons, besides loving the thrill of fighting, when men and women fight, human beings fight, period, it's all for the thrill of it. They love the thrill of getting angry and feeling good. And feeling good and getting angry. It's all for the thrill. But what I realized, the reason they stay with one another, because I never could understand why couples stay together in a marriage and they're fighting. Because if you're fighting, it means that you only hate one another. There is no love. But what I realized is that when the man is beating the woman, you told Hoppo to beat me. Or the woman is beating the man, you told Hoppo mama to beat me. They are living in their imagination, and the thoughts are telling them he or she didn't mean it. That they'll do better. That they love you. They love you. They're doing it, but they love you. It'll be better next time. And they stay in a marriage, relationship, or whatever, and they fight because they're in their head believing the lies of thoughts that somehow or another, eventually it's going to get better. And it's not. But I didn't realize that they are getting their information about the person, whether it's the man toward the woman or the woman toward the man, from hell, straight out of hell. The spirit of evil is telling them he or she will get better next time. And then if they break up for a minute and one go live somewhere else, the other one that kept the house or stay home is calling, or maybe the one that went away call and say, come back. I love you. I didn't mean it. I love you. And the thoughts tell the one that went away, yeah, they love you. Go back. They didn't mean it. Or they fought you because of this reason or that reason. And the devil is laughing at them. I didn't realize the depths, because I wonder, why do men and women stay together and they fight with each other? Not only like verbally fight with each other, but fight, fist fight, beat up, beat down, and they come back. And when I listen closely, I hear them say, I thought that he or she was this. I thought that he or she was that. I knew that they would get better. I knew they loved me. I thought it would get better. They're in their imagination, folks. All thoughts are all lies all the time. And men and women, do what you want. But if you're in a relationship and you're fighting, whether arguing or fighting, physical fighting, you better get out of that relationship. It's not meant to be. It ain't going to get better. And it's not from God. Because a lot of times they think, well, I thought God put us together. Especially when they observate and all that. I thought God put us together. God is not going to put you together with someone you got to fight. God does not put human beings together where you got to make a relationship work. You are not supposed to try to make any relationship work, period. You've been lied to. Because I've heard, in the relationship, you got to do your part. They got to do their part. You got to work. You going to have ups and downs, and you got to don't give up and stuff like that. That's a lie. You lie. You're being lied to. If you got to make it work or try to make it work, because it ain't going to work when you're trying to make it work anyway, it's not from God. Get out of there. Be done with it. God is not going to be mad at you because that was not put by God. And stop listening to the lies of your thoughts. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. All right? Just FYI. And so when I tell you that all thoughts are lies, it's me in everything. You want to live a no-thinking life. You want to live a life without thinking. It is an amazing life to live that way. And I encourage you to do the silent prayer. rebuildingtheman.com/prayer, right? And then during the day, practice being present. This year theme is practice being present. Because I know that if you practice staying present, I don't care what you've been through, what has happened, what, you're going to have an amazing life. But you got to stay with the light. You got to stay in the present and come out of the darkness of your imagination. The answer is not there. You got to stay present. You must spend time with the light. You must spend time with the truth. And the truth is always right here, right now. It's not in the past. It's not in the future. It's always right here. And you cannot, it will not let you down, period, when you invite it in. It works for you over time. It never stopped working for you. It loves you. It loves you. Isn't that amazing? But you don't trust the truth. You trust the lie. You trust the thoughts. You trust the voice. It sounds like your voice. It quoted the Bible to you. It quoted scriptures, so it must be true. It's not. It's not, folks. It ain't working for nobody that's into it like that. But the ones who are learning, men and women, who are learning to be still and let go, surrender to truth, their lives are unfolding like night going north. I want to give you two examples of men in the Bible. In the Word is Bible Thumper Thursday. Here are two examples of men in the Bible who spent time alone with God, meaning that they were present. Now, it doesn't mean like, oh, they were over there, they saw God up down the road, down there in the fork of the road, and they went down there, they met with him in person. Not like that. They stayed present. They were not lost in their imagination. They were with the Father by being present. And men and women, you can be with the Father, with God, one-on-one, when you stay present. I promise you that. Really, I just absolutely promise you. I don't make it happen, but I can be a witness to let you know it will happen, and it does happen. Here are two examples of men in the Bible who spent time alone with God and were transformed. And so will you be, men and women, if you spend time in present. Stay present. Watch this from YouTube.
When a person learns to be still, to be in solitude, they no longer need the approval of others. They don't care what people say, even if it's bad. They keep going, and you'll see them break through every problem and pressure. Like David in the wilderness, this person has spent time alone with God. Remember David, before he became king, he was a shepherd boy spending hours alone taking care of his father's sheep. In that solitude, he developed the heart of a warrior and a worshipper. He learned to fight lions and bears when no one was watching. So when he faced Goliath, He wasn't scared. He didn't rely on the crowd, but on God, who had been with him in those quiet moments. Even the Son of God, with all his divine power, understood the need to step away from the noise and spend time with his Father. After those moments of solitude, he returned with power, clarity, and authority.
Amazing. That's so deep. As I'm watching it again here, my producer showed it to me this morning, I could feel it in me. It's so deep. Really. Men and women, ladies, you are 100% responsible to overcome your fallen state, your psychological problems, emotions, and your spiritual issues. That could happen to you if you spend time alone in the present. Men and women, only you can spend time alone, and it will happen for you. If you want complete control of your life, being controlled by good, by God, and no longer being controlled by evil, by thoughts and emotions, you got to spend that time alone. I tell you all the time, are you doing the silent prayer? I ask. I do it sometimes. I started doing it, but okay, just suffer and die. And to those Christians and non-Christians alike who are up in no church, lifting up holy hands, carrying on, praying in tongues, doing all that mess is a waste of time. And it has nothing to do with God. God ain't even around. He ain't in it. You're worshiping the devil. And that's why your life is not changing. You're reading the word, you're going to a Bible study class, or a woman is running the class. What's up? Who go to a Bible study class with a woman teacher? It ain't going to work for you, never going to work. But ladies, men and women, when you learn to be still and let go, and in stillness, life comes alive. You're going to see the power and the strength, men and women, that's inside of you. And ladies, don't let, when you hear me say, will you obey your husband? Don't obey any person, male, that try to beat life into you, beat submission into you. If a man is beating you, fighting you with you, get out of there. That's not what it means to be obedient. What's the... Obedient doesn't mean you got to take out the pea pot every morning. You know what a pea pot is, Nick?
Nope.
You don't know what a pea pot is?
I can gather from context clues what it might be.
What?
A pot with pee in it that you pee in.
In the older days, they used to say about people didn't have no money, but they were showing off like they have money. And you're like, look at him. He ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. A window. Yeah, it's like in Alabama, we had the toilet, the bathroom was outside. And so at night, you can't go out there in the middle of the night to pee. So they had a pee pot in the house under the bed. Oh. And then you drop it out in the morning. Ladies, don't let anybody beat you in submission to try to make you obey. And men, stop doing that. That ain't what it means to have a woman obey you. That's so dumb. How can you think that way? You got to beat a woman to make her obey you. That ain't obeying. God doesn't make you obey him. And ladies, that ain't what obey means. Lady, it means that you come back to the Father. You and the Father, God, become one, and you would automatically come back to your natural order without trying, and you would naturally do what's right. That's all that means. It ain't mean like do all this crazy stuff men tell you to do. What's the... There's like some things you should kind of know. So any man that's telling you you got to obey him, Leave right now and don't look back. If it's love that you're looking for, there's no hiding place. You can't run, you can't hide. That's not it. Sorry. Not sorry, but that's not it. But anyway, be still. Stay present, out of your imagination. And I'm telling you, it will have a profound, positive, amazing impact on your life, men and women. It's no different. One other thing. Even Jesus needed time alone. According to Luke 5:15 through 16, but the news of him kept spreading. The news of him kept spreading. And large crowds would gather to hear him and to have their illnesses cured. Illness cured. But he would go off to some deserted place and pray. Even Jesus had to go off to pray to the Father, to know the Father will. So there, to you little Bible thumpers who think that Jesus is God, what the? Why would Jesus have to go off to pray in some deserted place to the Father? If Jesus was God, he didn't have to leave. He would already know his own will. Jesus is not God. He's the Son. And last but not least for now, here's an example of what happens when men and women spend time alone with God. Watch this from YouTube.
When a man spends time alone with God, he doesn't come out the same way he went in. No. When he comes out, he has a mission, a fire inside him, and a boldness that cannot be shaken. This kind of man is powerful because he has met the living God in the secret place. The Bible says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Here's where many people get it wrong. It says dwell. To dwell means to make a place your home, to stay there and remain in that state. Only then will you be under God's protection and power.
Wow. It's in the Word, and you read over it, you glass over it and miss it. That's so true. But you got to practice staying in that place. You got to stay present. The Word says, pray without ceasing. The greatest sin that you can commit is to forget. When you're not present, you forget. When you're not present, you go unconscious. This is for men and women. I want to encourage you. For those who want it, I realize most don't. It doesn't matter what you tell them. So stay in your hell. Stay angry. Stay desperate. Stay vicious. Stay violent. Stay afraid. Stay lonely. Stay sad. Stay suicidal. Stay whatever you are in your hell. But those men and women who want to overcome, forgive your mothers, forgive your fathers. Do the silent prayer meeting, stay present, and you'll see. 888-7, all that hooping and hollering, carrying on and praying and crying and moaning and running up and down the aisle and going down to the front of the church and accepting Jesus is just an act with no meaning. It's just an emotional act. It doesn't change your life at all. God is not in religion. God and religion are as far away as the night is from the day. They have nothing to do with it. Religion has nothing to do with God. And God has nothing to do with religion. Is Christianity working? Oh, I'm a Christian. Is Christianity working? if God was in Christianity, would it be working or not? God said, or Christ said, did Christ say, worship me in religion? Or did he say in spirit and in truth? Which one? And if he said spirit and truth, why are you into religion like that? Okay, we can say America is a Christian nation, and it is. But that doesn't mean you got to identify with it. What? You can speak consciously and not identify with what you're speaking. 888-7753-773. 888-77 Jesse. Let me go to Edward, a first-time caller out of Arizona. Arkansas, my bad. Edward, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
That's okay. A lot of people get that confused. Thank you. First, Jesse, I was originally just going to do a shout-out to let you know that you pretty much changed my life, because I literally was Democrat and would get behind these movements like Black Lives Matter, and I never actually looked at the stats and the facts behind it. I just felt the need to fight. So that's mainly why I called, but I just wanted to comment on the guy, Tony, that called from California.
Oh, man.
And how ironic it was that he continued to interrupt you, but then told you not to interrupt him. And it's like, if you give these type of people the airway to just keep talking, they keep just digging themselves in a hole.
Yeah.
And I noticed they never want to acknowledge facts. They just want to acknowledge feelings.
Yes. And it was interesting, Tony wanted to ignore that the stock market is going through the roof. He wanted to talk about what it was before. We're talking about what it is now.
Right, and it's like they and see, the big difference, I think, is because what I've noticed with you mainly in your platform is 90% of the time you have people on as guests that you don't agree with, because you want to kind of not only pick them apart, but let other people see that once their ideologies are challenged or put to facts and they can't back them up, then people can see for themselves. But it's crazy because somebody like Donald Trump, the Great White Hope, as you call him, and I agree, they never want to acknowledge what he does great, but they just sit back and like hope and pray that he does something bad so that they can attack that. And they never attack his policies. It's always, oh, he went bankrupt, or he talks to people this way, or he does this, but it's never his policies. And majority of the people who are in business have companies that go on bankrupt. It's not because they're failing. It's because just that company didn't do well, so they don't want to be under the burden of it anymore. It's not a failure. It's a smart business decision.
Yep, absolutely. And then they scream and yell because they don't want the truth to get out. And so they speak over you and all that because they want that lie. Like Tony from California, he didn't want it to get out that what Donald Trump was saying would happen is happening. The stock market will come back there. He didn't want that to get out. That's why he was screaming and yelling about the past instead of dealing with what's happening right now.
Right. And Biden sank the boat for 4 years, so they just assumed that because Trump couldn't get it right in a week, that it wasn't going to get right. But now that they're seeing that it's all getting right, and obviously tariffs, they may have a temporary effect, but of course that's just the reality of it. But they don't look at the long term. They just think, oh, because these prices are going higher in this week, that it's ruined, when they can clearly see every price is down. And so since they can't debunk you on that, they want to try to find something like the stock market. Oh, 3 weeks ago it was bad, but won't acknowledge how great it is. But since they can't fight you on anything else that they started with, they just look for stuff to try to fight you with. And when, like you said, they just yell when they realize that they're wrong. They yell because they don't want you to talk.
Yes.
And that's why they make it a big deal. Don't interrupt me, but you never interrupted him. He interrupted you.
And that's why you're not supposed to argue with the devil outside of you, inside of others, and the devil in the mind. Edward, thank you, Matt. I got to take a break. Amazing call. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jesse. Bye-bye.
Bye. Back in a moment.
greatest, if not the greatest black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. You know, freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing. I do cameos for you folks, anywhere in the world. Cameo, cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Personal cameos, shout-outs, congratulations, weddings. We did a wedding on Sunday. Did I tell y'all that? Tell me the name of the couple again.
I forgot.
Me too. They were from Europe.
Denmark.
I get the name. Sorry. I'm sure they're listening too. I'm black and Nick is Mexican. So
This is true.
But we did a wedding. It was beautiful after the fellowship on Sunday. But I do cameos. So encouragement or whatever it may be. cameo.com, shout outs for you. cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. Support our work. Help us to help others. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663 to make a donation. And remember to support us on social media. I'm told I need to say this. On rumble.com/Jesse Lee Peterson and cozy.tv/JLP, where Christ is King. Christ is King. JLP Talk on X. Jesse Lee Peterson on Instagram. And so you're supposed to like, follow, comment, and subscribe. Amazing, huh? Before I go back to the phone, I just want to show you Donald Trump again, the nature of Donald Trump, the great white hope, and why he is winning. And there's nothing on earth that can stop him because you don't know the secret. Donald Trump does, and everything he touches will work. And this is from... This is what happens. I want to play that soundbite from YouTube again. What happens when a man or woman spend time alone with God. I want you to see what will happen, not might happen, or the possibility, or can't happen. I'm telling you what will happen when you, men and women, individually, spend that time alone with truth. Here's what will happen, and this is what's happening through Donald Trump, the great white hope. Watch this from YouTube.
When a man spends time alone with God, he doesn't come out the same way he went in. No. When he comes out, he has a mission, a fire inside him, and a boldness that cannot be shaken. This kind of man is powerful because he has met the living God in the secret place. The Bible says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Here's where many people get it wrong. It says dwell. To dwell means to make a place your home, to stay there and remain in that state. Only then will you be under God's protection and power.
That's so deep, I don't even know how to do it. That's what's happening through Donald Trump right now. And most people don't see it because you're not paying attention. And because you're not paying attention to you don't know that that same power is inside of you. You are your world. And you can rule your own world. The power and authority has been given unto you. But you got to change the way you think. Change means to overcome the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act, and be free. You got to let go of all of your moral values, everything you've been taught. If you notice, they're not working anyway. Why hold on to them and they're not working? What do you think? Someday, by and by, they will work? They ain't working, and you teach them to your children, and they ain't working for your children, and yet you hold on to them. Think about that. And you go, I have more than value. No, you don't. You're angry. You're judgmental. You're weak. You're afraid. You're lonely. You think one day I get married, I have a family, I have a children, I'll be better. No, you won't. One day I'll be rich, I'll be famous, and I'll be better. No, you won't. One day I have HDD, and I get some medication, I'll be better. No, you won't. This is the only thing that's going to resolve your issues for men and women around the world. Being in government, being famous or non-famous or whatever. Black, white, Japanese, Chinese, whatever. It ain't gonna make you better. One more time and then I'll take your call. This is the only thing that you can trust. It will work. And the beauty is when you welcome this to come in, the truth, the light inside of you, the kingdom of heaven is within you. You start living from within. The truth will never leave you. And you won't be thinking about the truth. You won't be like, oh, I'm all in the truth. I'm all about the truth. You will not be thinking that at all. It'll just be. And it will never leave you. It will never depart from you. It will work for you when you're sleeping, eating, playing soccer, playing football, whatever. One more time, this is what's happening through Donald Trump, and it's in every human being. But most human beings will not return to, a few will. I promise you, this is what happens when you stay present with God, whatever you want to call him. God, the truth, the light. From YouTube, this is what happened. Then I ain't going to play it no more after this. It's so true. And the way this man explained it is right on the money. Be still and know the truth. It's not in your mind. It's not in your time. It's not in past. It's not in future. It's right here, right now. Watch this.
When a man spends time alone with God, he doesn't come out the same way he went in. No. When he comes out, he has a mission, a fire inside him, and a boldness that cannot be shaken. This kind of man is powerful because he has met the living God in the secret place. The Bible says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Here's where many people get it wrong. It says dwell. To dwell means to make a place your home, to stay there and remain in that state. Only then will you be under God's protection and power.
Wow. And the secret place is inside of you. It's in you. The kingdom of heaven, paradise, love, everything, power and authority is in you. It's not out there. It's not over there. What you're doing over there when you should be over here. It's in you. It's so in you, I don't know what to say. What? Nah. It's completed. It's done. It's finished. It's done. All you need to do is just live now. But you won't live in the secret place. You won't live from within. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Jerome. Jerome, thank you for holding. Go ahead.
Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Jerome.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
So I was actually calling because I called you on Monday, and I called you to talk about how bad the tariffs were for the economy.
Uh-huh.
And you were telling me that you agreed with the tariffs.
Right.
And then only 2 days later, now Trump puts a 90-day hold on the tariffs. So, and I was just saying that they were bad. So now my question is to you, what do you feel about the tariffs now?
I still agree 100%. And I know that it is working. It's going to work even more so. Donald Trump knows exactly what he's doing. Absolutely. How about you?
How do I feel about, well, I think, I still think they're terrible. That's what I said Monday. But even now so that the Trump administration has put this ban or this 90-day hold on the tariffs, it just only further proves to me that the administration knows how bad it is. And they did this because they knew it would be catastrophic for the rest of his 4 years and for the Republican Party going forward.
No, you don't understand what Donald Trump is doing. And you're reading and all that other stuff you just said, which doesn't make sense, but you're reading all that into it because you don't understand what Donald is doing, and it is going to work. Just, he's dealing with China right now. China trying to play tough, poor China, and but it's going to work. Don't worry. Was America doing better by not having tariff in our country and sending everything overseas? Was it doing better then, or will it do better once we bring jobs and everything back?
It was doing better before.
In what way?
The stock market, that was an indicator. The stock market plummeted, and we saw that once he put the hold on, the stock market shot right back up.
And so in what way was America doing better? You said stock market just for a few. What way was America doing better?
Well, the stock market is for everybody.
No, it's not.
Yeah, like
most people ain't in no stock market, man. Most people are just looking for simple jobs to make some money, buy some food, buy a house, buy a car, and have some babies. They're not into the stock market. Trump is looking out for the middle class, for everybody in the country, not just stock market people. Are you glad the stock? What do you think about the stock market going through the roof yesterday?
I don't think much of it. I think the stock market, even today, it's down. So it's down right back. And I think people get a little too emotional about these things. They see a one-day change, and one days don't mean anything. That's just very short term. But even then, the stock market, if you remember in 1929, the Great Depression, the stock market plummeted, and because of that, unemployment went through the roof as well. So the stock market is not just about investors. The stock market is an indicator of the economy. And if the stock market falls, then a lot of times that comes with companies downsizing, layoffs, that affects.
You're wrong. Let me ask this. You know what you're talking about, but let me ask this.
But you're not rebuttaling what I say, Jesse.
Because it's so dumb, I can't rebuttal.
But can you respond
Jerome,
to
let
what
me
I'm
ask
saying?
you this. Yeah, I'm about to do it now. Are you for or against open borders?
I don't know what that has to do with what we're talking about. I'm against them, but I don't.
Okay.
Why did you ask me
And why are you against open borders?
Because people shouldn't just be able to walk freely into our country. Again, why are you asking me that? What does that have to do with the stock market?
And why not?
Because you should have to go through a proper process to get in here. We don't need a bunch of illegals.
Okay.
And if you want to come into America, you should do it correctly. And we can see how bad the immigration crisis is doing.
And was that happened before Donald Trump?
What happening?
Was the border closed or opened?
It was closed.
The border was closed before Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Jerome.
Jesse.
You want to repeat that? You want to think about that?
Do you have a different answer? I must be out of
You're
the
all,
loop.
so
The
you're
border was
saying
definitely
when
closed before Trump.
when Biden and Kamala Harris and all the people were there, the borders were closed.
Unless you're talking about a different border.
Jerome, are you saying when Joe Biden
Jesse, it was closed.
you're saying when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was in control there, the border was closed?
Yes, Jesse, the border was closed.
Oh, okay.
Wait, was it open? Are you saying something different?
Under Joe Biden, under Joe Biden, were jobs overseas or over here?
Both. I have a job and I live in New Jersey. I mean, I don't know what that means. Jesse.
Were factory jobs and all those things. I'm not talking about clerk jobs, somebody working at a desk. Were jobs overseas or over here?
Factory jobs, most of them are overseas. Industrialization has been moved from the West. You are correct about that, if that's what you're asking.
Was that good or bad for America?
It depends on what aspect you're looking at.
What aspect should I be looking at?
Well, if you're talking about the price of manufacturing, the prices of manufacturing have gone down. So in turn, products are a lot cheaper for the American people. So it's good there.
Jerome,
yes.
Was automobiles and things like that before the Great White Hope, were they being made overseas or in Detroit?
They were, like Detroit, where the Rust Belt cities were. They were a lot of factories.
I gotta go, buddy.
No, I just said they were
right,
made in Detroit.
Man. I gotta go. How can you think? How can you be that way? Lola. Her name was Lola. Lola for Lunda. Lola, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
Amazing, Lola. Thanks for calling.
That's good. So today is Bible Thumper Thursday, and I figured I'd thump today.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So
if ever there was a time to thump, it's now.
It's today. So while I was doing my silent prayer, I was reflecting, and something came to my mind. These times are exactly like when Moses was in Egypt, and the people were suffering, and they were crying out. And God spoke to Moses and instructed him to get the people out. Once they got out, they started crying about not having food. The market is changing, right? People need to keep calm and just wait on God for daily manna. Stop looking at the stock prices and all of that stuff. You begged to get out of this mess. It's going to take some time for God to take you to the promised land. Just be patient. I don't understand the likes of Tony and the previous caller. Everyone's just, the wind blows to the right today, and they're there. It blows to the left, they're there. And they're not staying still. They're just driving themselves crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I voted for Trump, and I'm affected by the job market right now. But I am just staying still.
Yes.
Whatever will happen, will happen.
Yes.
I asked him to come into government, and I know there's some stormy times, but I will weather through it just by staying still and just stop looking at the news and CNN and all that mess and just wait on God for every day, and I'll be fine. I don't understand what's wrong with people.
Even the Great White Hope, Donald Trump told the people, be patient and courageous. And the people won't listen.
I don't get it. But
they can't see. They're lost.
Yeah.
That's what the problem
is. I also want to answer the Bible question.
Are you a single-minded person?
I am single-minded as long as I stay conscious. The moment I am not, I am not only double-minded, I am like thousand-minded. My mind's judging my other thoughts, and those thoughts are judging my mind, and it's just a mess. So as long as I'm conscious, I am one mind with God. Everything else is just a mess.
Oh, amazing. Well, I appreciate you responding to the biblical question, and I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you. And you're right about people. They won't be still. They won't wait. And because they won't wait, they just believe any lie that comes along.
Yep. It's a true test.
And they repeat it as though they thought of it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see how even Republicans who wanted Donald Trump to do this, people were crying to Moses, we want to get out of Egypt. We want to get out. They get out of the wilderness. There's no food, and they start panicking. They betray him. Even his siblings apparently turned on him. So it's amazing times. Yeah, it's amazing times that we're in right now.
Lola, thank you. Amazing.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
You stay with it, stay with it, all right?
I will. Thank you so much, Jesse.
You're welcome. If you wait on the Lord, He'll supply your every need. If you wait on the Lord, He will supply your every need. Teach me, Lord, today how to wait upon the Lord. Teach me, Lord, today how to wait upon the Lord. Super chat. Super.
Super chats.
Someone bought another coffee. Hello, sir. When you say things are not going to get better, should we, who are working on themselves, be concerned? The way you tell us is like the world is ending tomorrow. Are you spreading fear or faith?
I'm spreading the truth. My country is not coming back, but right here in my country, in spite of all the hell that's going on around you, you can have perfect peace. You'll be fine. You won't be affected. You won't be afraid. You won't anything. You will have perfect peace. That's why I say be still and know and stay present with truth. You'll be fine. You'll be in the world, well, not of the world. Amazing. Thank you.
Renesio bought a coffee answering the biblical question. Are you
a single-minded person?
I am a single-minded person, but that's what Schizo says, and his therapist charged him twice. Terrible.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Avarigi, pardon me if I'm butchering your name. A worker is worthy of their wage, so pay tithe to the place that's feeding you bread and solid food. We all found JLP because we were ready to be fed solid food. In my black voice, you the man, Uncle Jesse.
Well, thank you, and thank you for the support, and thank you for encouraging the others to support. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Avarigi.
Yeah.
Someone says, in honor of Bible Thumper Thursday, I'd like to ask if you ever sang this as a child. The Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, like the sun and the rain and the apple seed. The Lord is good to me.
I don't remember that song. That must be a white song.
Maybe.
That must be white. I've not heard that song that I can remember. But thank you. Amazing.
And we'll read the rest later, guys.
Let me take a quick break. 1 more hour to go. When I come back, straight to your calls. Back in a moment.
I'm 32 years old now, and I've been clinically depressed since I was 17 years old, and ever since I started listening to you a couple of months ago, bro, I don't even need to hear the word depression. I don't even care about that because that's not anything that I identify with anymore.
Nice.
I'm 100% cured. I'm 100% better because I've been listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate you, and I just can't even begin to tell you how much I really appreciate the things that you're doing for young men. Young men need to hear this, and young men need to know this message that you're delivering because it's important. It's vital to their lives, Jesse. I just wanted to let you know that, man.
That's amazing. I mean, you made my day, man. When I hear one soul has returned to the Father, it's like 1,000. It's better than silver and gold. So God bless you, man.
Israel has raided 6 UN schools in East Jerusalem, wherever that is. Nice. And judges are meddling with deportations worse than Hake is fiddling with the mic. It's ridiculous. And a judge, speaking of ridiculous judges, a judge has claimed that Newsmax defamed Dominion voting systems. What a mess. And I heard that there was a prisoner swap with Russia. Some gal who allegedly donated to something and committed treason against Russia. She's being let back to like America or something. And we're letting somebody over back to Russia. And dolphins are things are getting stuck in shark nets, or at least they were in New South Wales. They're not supposed to be getting stuck in shark nets, rays and different things. And Mama Bernie Sanders says, we don't have to hate China. What a mama. Trump doesn't hate China. What a sucker. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Bible Thumper Thursday, April 10th, A.D. 2025. The lines are full, guys. You can call in, though, every so often. Feel free to call. You can call in. You may get a busy signal because the lines are full. But every so often, try again. And call in as you hear JLP wrapping up with the caller as well, in case a line opens up just for you. Nice. Commie Nonsense Network, CNN reports Israeli forces raided 6 UN schools, the evil United Nations schools, in East Jerusalem and ordered them to close within 30 days. The closures will affect approximately 800 students who may not be able to finish the school year. Oh, no. The UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, UNRWA, runs the schools for the Palestinians in areas occupied, quote unquote, by Israel. They condemned the order, of course, because they're dumb and evil, probably. UNRWA schools are protected by the privileges and immunities of the evil United Nations, but they didn't call it evil. So said the Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini. That's what he said. Today's unauthorized entries and issuance of closure orders are a violation of these protections, so he claims. I guess it's a he. And Felipe. And Israel has accused employees of UNRWA of involvement in Hamas. Pardon me. That was perhaps unpleasant. A claim that the evil UN denies. And Israel's Ministry of Education told parents to register the students in other schools. However, due to the war in Gaza, the enclave's education system is in ruins. It's a mess. I would imagine so. At least 70% of school buildings have taken direct hits from Israeli airstrikes. Probably Hamas's fault, right? Because don't they hole up in the schools and hospitals and things? That's what I heard. I don't know. But I guess it takes 2 to tango. And 24% of university campuses have been destroyed. Well, universities don't put out good people nowadays anymore, right? What a mess. And meanwhile, in America, federal judges in New York and Texas have issued orders to halt temporarily the deportation of several, at least a few, Venezuelan so-called men that the government wants to deport immediately. What a mess. Earlier this week, the so-called Supreme Court ruled Trump may invoke the 1798 Alien Enemies Act and give immigration officials wartime authority to deport rapidly alleged gang members, but added that people targeted for removal under the act must have reasonable time to bring habeas complaints. What a mess. In response, the evil, anti-American, ridiculous ACLU filed emergency lawsuits to ask for the review of legality. Oh, all of a sudden they care about legality of these illegals' detentions and possibly grant their release. They're pro-illegal. They want you to be legal, but they want the illegals to stay here. You do the math. Judges ordered the Trump administration not to transfer, relocate, or move the plaintiffs until the court rules otherwise. These evil courts. And a Delaware judge, speaking of ridiculous judges, ruled Wednesday that Newsmax defamed Dominion voting systems by falsely claiming that the company rigged the 2020 presidential election. What a mess. I'm James Hake. Now back to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. Hour 3.
to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show. What's the third hour already? You can get involved by calling 888-77-53-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. And my biblical question, a doozy, a mamma mia, a comment-allez-vous? Are you a single-minded person? Are you a single-minded person? Is you? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. If you're busy running around, you're running from the Department of Justice now, the Border Patrols, you're like, now we got a hotline where people can secretly call and tell the ICE people, he over here, there's some illegals out here in front of my house. And they'll come and get you. Or if you're on college campus protesting, talking about you a Palestinian Liberation Army or all that crap, the hotline going to call ICE. So whatever you're doing, or you just about to take the children to the public school because you, as a mother, don't have time, don't care. You don't want, hey, I ain't trying to be with no children. I want to be at work. I get more glory at work. My ego is pumped up from doing physical work. Nobody notices when I'm raising children, so you send them off to public school. You can be listening to the show on your iPhone, iPad. You can podcast, but you can be listening on your iPhone, iPad by calling the listen line on Talk Stream Live at 605-615-4131. That's 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. Or Bond JLP Cash App. It is Thursday. Though we take all calls, every Thursday is Bible Thumper Thursday.
Oh, God!
Oh, God!
Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't feel your faith. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Bible Thumper Thursday. Here is one female. I don't think she ever heard about the Bible Thumper Thursday thing yet. Because if anyone needed solitude, it would be this female. NBC News has reported a New Jersey woman is accused of going on dating app. You ever gone on dating app, Anchor Baby?
Nope.
You never went on a dating app.
I actually never use these dating apps.
Are you serious?
Straight up.
Nice. You never been without a girlfriend, all right?
That's true.
You never been without a girlfriend.
I don't remember the last time. No, that's not true. I'm just messing around.
I hope Alexa hear this.
That's a joke.
Unless you dating a slut maker.
No.
No,
Long
I'm playing.
periods of time.
What?
Long periods of time of monkhood. But I don't know if it was self-imposed. It was just kind of like, that's how it was. Same thing goes with the dating app, maybe.
Oh, the slut maker. NBC News 10. A New Jersey woman is accused of going on a dating app, Tinder. Love me Tinder, right? To hire someone to kill her ex-boyfriend, who is also a Philadelphia police officer. What the? And his teen daughter. Watch this.
Well, Brian, Sarah, the prosecutor said this afternoon they haven't seen a case like this in decades. They say the woman started talking to someone on Tinder and she allegedly wanted him to kill her ex-boyfriend and his daughter. 26-year-old Jacqueline Diorio of Runnymede thought she had found someone on Tinder who would kill her ex-boyfriend, according to the Camden County Prosecutor's Office. Instead, she was communicating with a confidential informant.
We knew when they were going to meet. We knew where they were going to meet.
In late March and early April, Diorio started messaging with the informant and even met him here at this Wawa, eventually asking him to kill her 53-year-old ex-boyfriend, a Philadelphia police officer, along with his 19-year-old daughter.
They dated for about a year, and how they met, she was his barber, and then they began their dating relationship. There was clearly problems. There was a restraining order at one time. They ended the relationship March 6th.
The agreed upon amount for the hit, $12,000, which would be made in payments, according to charging documents. On Friday evening, Diorio and the informant met in the parking lot of this Dollar General in Gloucester Township, where she allegedly gave him an initial payment of $500 cash.
Once money was exchanged, we knew that charges were appropriate.
Diorio was taken into custody by the Gloucester Township Special Response Team.
Wow. Oh, no. You ain't going nowhere. You stand and you going to love me. I can hear her now. I'm going to kill this nigga rah-rah. Nigga rah-rah. I ain't said the other word. I know y'all mind. Y'all hear something else. But I'm talking about the country nigga rah-rah. I'm going to have this nigga. You ain't going nowhere, and you going to love me. I'm staying. No. Oh, yeah. I'm staying. And you, and you, and you going to love me. Or I'm going to have you killed, according to the report. 888-7753. 773. Let me go to Ardene out of Colorado. Ardene, welcome to the show.
Hi.
You're on the air.
Hi.
Hey, Ardene.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. I just wanted to question you as far as what you were stating as far as religion. As far as the doctrines involved with religion now anymore, they basically with some of the religions, it's been pretty toxic, and they've pulled away from the belief in God as much, and they're more into just the worldly needs of a group of people. Does it make sense to you at all?
Yes.
They pulled away from the basic overall. The simplicity of religion is very simple to me. You have one God, you believe in one God, that's it, over and done with. Life goes on.
Yeah.
But we've put our version of how we think other people need to believe in God, we put that into action, and we've made doctrines about it. Hence, why we have so many problems with religious conflicts between each other over the years, over the generations. Because people have difference of opinions on how you should believe in God, correct?
Well, what happens is when you say, I am a Christian, and then Allahu Akbar people say, I am a Muslim, and the Jews say, I am a Jew or Judaism or whatever religion, you put ownership on that. And the moment you identify with it, it become ownership, and now you're ready to fight for it. And that's the problem.
That's why I like, in the United States, that's why I fight for the First Amendment right totally, because we need to have total freedom from all religions. Religion, not believe in God, religion.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a different version of how they should believe in God. Everybody, including the Christians.
100%. Are you a Christian?
I believe that Jesus was sent here to save us, yes.
And so are you a Christian?
As far as to put a label on things, I don't like to put labels on things. I really don't.
Right, I understand
I'm a person. I believe in God, and I believe that Jesus was here for a purpose.
And so are you a Christian?
That's what I believe. I don't want to say I'm a Christian or not. I believe in God.
Oh, amazing. RD, I appreciate it. Thank you. You're right. It's a mess.
We need to stop the fighting of religion in the United States of America.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Christianity is the ruler of America, if you don't want to accept Christian in America,
no. That's where I disagree with you.
If you don't want to accept Christianity in America, you need to stay in your own country.
What?
If the people who are coming here, if they don't want to accept Christianity in America, they need to stay in their own land.
We're not a Christian nation. We're a Christian. We're a nation of all religions.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. Freedom of religion, First Amendment. It's there.
I know there is freedom of religion, but it ain't no freedom.
You got it.
It ain't no freedom to be a Allahu Akbar.
Yes, there is. Freedom of religion. That's all it says. Freedom of religion.
And so should we have Allahu Akbar in our country?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But they don't like you. They hate Christians.
I haven't had any problem with them.
Well, you better stay.
I haven't had. There's some where I live now. I haven't had any problems.
Well,
with them. They don't hate me.
You better stay in the house. And no wonder you're afraid to say you're a Christian.
What?
You said you didn't want to say it.
I believe in Christ.
But you didn't want to say you're a Christian, right?
I don't believe in putting labels on things. I believe in it's called a wagon wheel belief in God, where all the religions basically believe in one God.
And do you have Allahu Akbar living in your neighborhood?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, no wonder you're afraid to let them know you're a Christian. I don't blame you.
I'm not afraid.
I bet you won't go out.
I'm Christian.
I bet you won't go outside and say I'm a Christian.
You want me to right now? I'll go right now.
No, come back.
What? You're going with me? The
No, I'm
phone's
not.
in my hand. You're going with me.
Okay.
Now I have no fear of stating my religion.
Oh, okay.
Who I believe in Christ. I have no fear of that.
Okay.
Why do I have fear? Why would I have fear?
Because the Allahu Akbar people live in your neighborhood and they hate the Christians. They believe that Christians and Jews are infidels and worthy of death.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes,
no,
they do.
No, they don't. You had people on your fallen state that that's untrue.
That
you
doesn't mean
read into it.
Let me
That's
go.
what religion is problem with. You read into certain things that you want to get out of it.
Do
That's
they
where
say
the problem
that?
lies,
Do
right
they
there.
say that Christians and Jews are infidels?
They said it in the past one time, but it's not thought of. It's more on a.
Ali, I mean,
put people to death.
Ardene.
I'm Ardene. Remember my name, okay? Remember my name.
Ardene.
Yeah.
Do they say in the little Bible thing that Christians and Jews are infidels and worthy of death?
No.
Yes, they do.
Not in the true believing. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Not in the true believing. No, you
No.
can bring things to an extreme.
They said in their little
you can
Bible.
bring to an extreme.
They said in their little Allahu Bible.
Oh God, here we go again. You have your belief that you think. Now that's theology. You think they think that.
No, I read it in their little Bible.
Yeah, right. You're full of it. Seriously.
Full of what?
Seriously, you know what?
No, what?
Poo-poo.
What's
I don't think I could say the S word. I don't know. Maybe on YouTube. I don't know. But I know what you're on.
You can't say it. We have children listening already. Ardenene, I got to run. Thank you.
Listening. With your topics, you have children listening? Right.
Yeah, children.
That's wrong.
No, they learn from this.
No, that's wrong.
No,
that's wrong. What you're saying on the film, on radio, or whatever, the stream, is wrong for children to hear, and that's
like what?
That
like
you
what?
Want that.
Like what?
When you talk about transsexuals the way you do, when you harp on it the way you do,
I'll harp on anything but the truth.
No, you're far from the truth on a lot of stuff. Gotta go. Talk to you later. Bye.
What? Let me go to Anthony, a first-time caller out of California. Anthony, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Anthony?
Yes, can you hear me?
You're on the air.
Yes, can you hear me?
No.
No, you can't hear me, Jesse?
No, I can't hear you say, Jesse, can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, no, I just had a question about a relationship.
All right.
Thing that I was thinking about getting into.
Uh-huh.
She already has 3 children, and I'm not sure if that's like... She seems like a really nice girl, but I'm not sure if that would be the way to go, because obviously they're not my children.
All right.
She has 2 boys and a girl.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
You what?
37.
And how old is she?
26.
And she had 3 children already?
Well, they're about the same dude, though. So what?
Is she married?
I mean, I'm just like...
Has she been married before?
No.
And do you have children?
I have one, but he's already grown.
Have you been married? You been married before?
Yep, and divorced.
Oh, Anthony.
Yes.
Do what you want. No, do not.
What you mean? But come on, man. I need more than that, man.
I'm about to say, don't get involved with this woman with 3 children. It's just going to be trouble.
Jesus Christ.
Because the children do not want... The children...
Well, she said it was 1, but I think it's 2 baby daddies.
So you... what? Slut! Jerome. I mean, Anthony.
Yeah.
I'm warning you, but do what you want. Do not get involved with a woman with 3 children. It's never going to work. The children do not want another person between they and their mother, or them and their mother. Is it they or them, James? Their mothers. They only want their father, and she's not going to want you to discipline those children. It's just going to be a mess. If you got to have a woman in your life, seek the kingdom of God and let God add the right one to you, and you'll be fine. It's not going to work, Jerome, if you get involved with this woman with children.
Why you keep calling me Jerome, bro? My name's Anthony.
I know, my bad, man. I was talking to a black guy named Jerome, and he made no sense.
It was the same thing? Was it the same situation, though?
No, it was about Donald Trump and the tariffs. But,
no, as far as...
but Anthony, don't do it.
All right. I'm not going to do it. I did have a second question. I'm glad you answered that quickly for me.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I did have a second question real quick. As far as, like, the tariffs and Trump and everything like that, I appreciate what you're doing and everything that's going on. And, like, I just want to let you know, like I'm a disabled veteran.
Uh-huh.
So, like, but if they need me, I'll go back. So I've already tried to go back.
Right on.
But I'm already disabled. But I'll, like, maybe the Army will take me or something, if that makes sense.
And
because I was in a different branch.
And how are you disabled, if you can say?
So just my knees, my shoulder, and then hopefully not my back now, but we'll see. I can go get it in. I'll go get it in.
Oh, you know what I
mean? The minimum is three pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? Get the 100 conscious, and then 3 mile. I mean, I might struggle on that, but I'll be all right.
Right on.
I'll be all right.
Well, if
So,
ever
but
there was a time...
I'm just letting you know, I'll die for you. I'll die for everybody who never called us line.
Well, I
and that's
appreciate
what
that.
we've been doing.
Right on.
So,
if ever
right.
there was a time to go to the military, it would be now with the Great White Hope there. I would not
yeah,
have
I'm trying to go
recommend-
back.
Yeah,
They
nice.
won't let me. I'll go back though, but they're gonna need somebody.
Oh
They're
yeah.
gonna need some reserves. So
Right on.
and I'm ready, and I'm just like, you know what? With all this stuff going on, like, hey, my hands still work. You know what I mean?
There you go.
That makes sense.
Yes.
So
Well, I wish you well, Anthony. Call me again, but leave that. Do not get involved with a woman with 3 children.
all right, I appreciate it, brother. I
right.
greatly appreciate your show and everything. I watch it as much as I can, and may the Lord richly bless you. And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep watching you and everything like that. All right.
Absolutely. Thank you, Anthony. Amazing.
All right, peace.
All right. Amazing. 888-7753-773. Rich out of Florida. Rich, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I guess I just wanted to make a comment. I was a Bible banger once, and I met a wise old man, and he said to me, "You love that book so much. Why don't you learn to read it in the original language it was written in?" So I went to go to study Hebrew, and then I realized, wow, this Bible has been translated into over 1,200 languages, and there are already over 933 versions of it. So I started to realize maybe everybody's arguing because they're not reading the original version. And then I went to the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and the word temptation in Hebrew is actually translated originally as testing. Lead me from testing and out of evil, meaning I think that means testing God. So when I realized that even the Lord's Prayer was mistranslated from the original Hebrew, I decided that maybe it wasn't a good idea to buy a Bible banger. And maybe nobody knew what they were really talking about. And that everybody was just arguing over words, and they really didn't know the word. That's all I have to say.
Very interesting, man. Are you a Christian?
I am a follower. I believe in Jesus Christ, and I will follow him.
Uh-huh.
I just don't abide by churchianity because Jesus got thrown out of there a lot. And I get thrown out of church for telling the truth, so I don't think it likes me very much.
Amazing.
But maybe someday it will find me, or I will find it in some way that Jesus did.
Amazing. Thank you, man, for that information. Very interesting.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Nick out of Florida. Nick, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse. Good morning.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, I was watching some of your old, where you're out in the community and you were at like public meetings about bills and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it really inspired me because I'm young, and I think that I love your message. We need more men, but especially young men, to stand up and get involved in the communities and let people know what's right.
Yep.
And I was just wondering, like, when I was reflecting on, like, when Adam and Eve bit from the fruit and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So how do we, as like a child of God, do I know good and evil, or?
Nope.
What?
You know about it, but you don't understand it. But prior to Eve and Adam doing what they did, they only knew the truth. They didn't know the lie. They didn't know evil. They only knew the truth. But when Eve ate from the tree, and then Adam listened to the woman, and they became aware of good and evil. And what happened was, when they became aware of good and evil, it made them believe that they were God. that they knew right from wrong. They can make decisions. They knew they want. They started judging. They became emotional because they became like God. So they thought they were God because they knew good and evil, whereas before they only knew good.
Oh, so now we know evil too, so we're able to judge and play God.
Yeah, well, you knew when you became angry, when your mother caused you to become angry, because when you were a little kid, you only knew good. You didn't know evil.
Okay, yeah.
And then when your mother made you angry, you became angry. You now know good and evil because you're angry. And that's why you play God. You're judging. You have opinions. You think you know what you want. And that is keeping you out of the kingdom of heaven because you already think you're God, because you know good and evil. But when you realize you don't and that you're wrong for being evil, God will take evil away from you and you will only know good.
Okay. All right. Okay. That makes sense. So if I forgave my mom and I forgave my dad and I moved out and I'm growing and overcoming, if I start a new generation and we don't screw up my kids, if that happens, if I have kids, will they only know truth when they grow up, or will they need to overcome?
If you work on yourself to overcome evil, your heart will change. And if your wife is working on herself and she overcome evil, the only thing that will be passed down to your children is truth. It will be love, and that's all they would know, and they will have an amazing life.
Okay. So they won't need to they will still be tempted, but they'll know only truth?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. So when I speak out in my community and tell people the truth, I know the truth, but because of the fall, I also know evil too, and I just need to let God show me the truth.
Yeah, and what's going to happen when you return back to truth by forgiving, your heart change to love, you're never going to think about evil. And yet you will know that you are protected from evil because you'll be one with the light. You'll be one with the truth.
Okay. Awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you, Jose. I see you when I watch your debates and everything, and you speaking out in the community. I really see you as the light and salt of the world, and starting to overcome. I see myself as that. And we really need to speak out and tell the truth and not hate.
Not judge, not hate, not have an opinion, just the truth.
Just the truth, yeah.
Yeah. Will you stay with it, Nick? Stay with it, stay with it, buddy.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right. 888-7753-773. Super chat. Super.
Super chats. Someone says, China shaking in their boots. Can we hear what the great white hope
That's for sure
has to say today?
They're shaking in their boots. Let me check.
I love the First Amendment. Nobody loves it better than me. Nobody. Who uses it more than I do?
Amazing. Let me show y'all how many.
Can you reach that one?
Which one?
Lord have mercy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Trump guys? 5 Trump action figures. They're not dolls.
I got one more back here.
Where is it?
You can make it 6.
The Great White Hope.
Show yours. I don't know if you can split screen yourself. Oh, yeah, indeed.
What a Vader.
Oh, and his head fell
off. I'll be back. Treasure chest is now open on D-Live. Back in a moment.
You had the head, so okay.
We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingaman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. Amazing. 888-775-3773. We're going to get to your calls here in a minute. A couple announcements. The Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. from 9 to 11. TheHakeReport.com. You don't want to miss it. And at 11 a.m., Joel Friday TV. He black on fire. Joel Friday TV at 11 a.m., and then the American Anchor Baby at 12 noon. The American Anchor Baby, 12 noon Pacific time. Amazing stuff. And brand new episode of The Fallen State.tv. The Fallen State.tv. A very interesting discussion with James Vick. And James is an author. He is a MMA fighter, a coach, and competed in the welterweight. Welterweight. What's a welterweight?
It's just heavier than lightweight, I think.
That's what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a different weight class.
Welterweight. And lightweight division of the UFC.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Do you have anger?
I was a very angry child. I've just always been very confrontational my whole life.
Why don't you drop your anger?
When someone disrespects me, I want to get mad.
Have you noticed that women are evil?
Most of the men I know that are deadbeat fathers didn't have a dad in their life.
A man is the light of the world, the salt of the earth, and he's supposed to lead you out of the darkness into the light. Both your parents are black.
Black? No. All my black friends are going to laugh when they hear you show that.
TheFallenState.tv tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Come hell or high water, you can become a member of TheFallenState.tv right there. On YouTube, TheFallenState.tv. And on locals, you can support us. All right? I do appreciate it. I want to go to, it is Bible Thumper Thursday. And we have Bible Thumper Thursday so we can deal with the Bible Thumpers. Because we love the Bible Thumpers. And the Bible Thumpers have so many false ideas about God. And they want it, not all, but most will not examine it to see that their ideas are not working. Number one, they pray to God, and they don't realize their prayers are not working because they pray to Satan. They pray to evil. They cry, they beg, they whine, they ask, and it doesn't work. Then they believe that they have a will. They literally believe they have a free will, but they can't will themselves not to be miserable. They can't will themselves to stay out of their imagination. They believe that Jesus is God, even though nowhere Jesus says that he's God, but he says everywhere he's the Son. He is the Son. He has to pull away from the crowd and go away to the mountains to see his Father's will, to know his will. If he were God, why would he have to do that? The Bible Thumpers have anger. And they say, well, everybody anger. Jesus was angry. They think Jesus had what they have. The Bible Thumpers don't know that the kingdom of heaven is within. They think it is without. It is above, but it's within too. It is finished. It is done. The Bible Thumpers don't know that they're neither sinners nor saints. They're neither free nor enslaved. They're neither right nor wrong. They don't even know that God is not judging them. And they have false guilt about the things that work through them that they do. They blame themselves and they feel guilty. And they don't know that's an ego trip. So we're trying to help the Bible Thumpers, those who want help. And we realize most are not going to want it, but the few that wants it, they are hearing this message. They are going and forgiving. God is changing their hearts, and they are being still and knowing the truth. It's a spiritual thing, right versus wrong. And they are starting to see that, and their lives are changing amazingly around the world. So it's Bible Thumper Thursday, 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. Let me go quickly to Ryan, our first-time call out of Austin, Texas. Ryan, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm taking my now, sir. Can you hear me well?
You're doing what? You see?
Can you hear me well, sir?
Yes. Yes,
Thank
I
you
can.
so much for having me. It's truly an honor, Jesse.
Thank you.
First off, I wanted to thank you for all the work you do. Just to be honest, sir, I've lived a large part of my adult life thinking that I myself was a racist, and you helped me realize that I'm not. I'm just as much of a racist as you are, and it's really relieving to know that. And I think thinking that of my own self for as long as I did helped breed a lot of hate in my heart, and helped me accept things that otherwise, are unacceptable. And I just wanted to thank you for that. It's a big deal, and I'm just so grateful that I found your content. And I wanted to.
Let me ask before you get to that. Why did you think you were a racist?
Well, sir, I just had honestly, when I was young, I grew up in the South, small town Texas, and I would hear, some of my family, say things that were really racist, or so-called racist or whatever, and I knew from a young age that was wrong, right? I would hear it, and I knew it was wrong. Growing up, I had a lot of turmoil when I was younger, and I ended up in like a school for kids that were bad, and I was one of the only white kids there, and I just got beat up a lot, and
were there mostly,
I got tormented.
Were there mostly black kids?
Correct, all
black, and they beat you up because you were white?
Tormented, yeah. So bad that I got tired of it, and there was one time where I was just, they cracked one of my front teeth, man. I was like, I'm not gonna lose teeth like this. And that day that when it came time to get to fighting, I said, all right, I'm gonna fight. And then as soon as they start jumping me, I'm gonna stab one of them with this pencil. And that's what happened. Thank God that it didn't get too bad. I just kind of poked him in the hand. It hit an artery, and blood went everywhere. And so everybody backed off, pretty quick. But from there, went to incarceration, to where, I was definitely the only white kid.
Why didn't your parents take you out of that? I never I understand what I'm about to say, but it's crazy to me that white parents will put their white children in an all black anything, knowing that they're going to be attacked by the blacks. Why didn't your parents take you out of their school?
So, my mother was incarcerated when I was 6, and I wanted to ask you about my mother. I'll get to that. She was incarcerated for cooking meth, and she got a pretty harsh sentence. She got 10 years when I was 6. My mother turned me against my father, of course, and my dad attempted to intervene, and he wasn't able. I was hell on earth, and I would tear up his house, tear up his cars, curse his wife. It's just, he tried. Maybe he could have tried harder. I don't blame him for it though.
Yeah.
I used to, but I don't. I don't anymore.
Nice.
I'm an amazing father. I held resentment for him for a long time, but my dad did the best he could, and he rocks. My dad, we have an amazing relationship right now, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
How old are you now?
29, sir.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And so, I moved around a lot when I was young. I never really stayed anywhere for more than a year, maybe 2. Eventually, when I was 13, I landed with my grandmother, bless her heart, and she did what she could, but I was hell to pay. I made it hard on everybody around. I had a chip on my shoulder, and by the time I was 14, I was done. I was done getting beat up at school. I was done getting incarcerated, and I had an ankle monitor at the time. I cut it off and I left. I just left, and I just left. I wasn't having it no more. I had a view of what being quote unquote on the run was, and what I thought it was going to be. I was homeless. That's what it was. And I didn't think, I was homeless, right? So, by the grace of God, I saw some people working one day, and I went up to him and I said, man, I need to work. And I'm young, but I need to work. And he actually gave me a job.
Nice.
So, it was one of the best things. Jesse, I got to work. And I worked, 80-hour weeks up until the point to where, the law finally caught up with me. And I had to go do my little time, got out, went straight back to work. And, best thing, just by far the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm still in the business. I was able to start my own business 6 years ago in the same career market.
Right on. Are you doing fine now?
Yes, Jesse, I'm doing okay, and honestly, listening to you, no, I'm not doing fine. I need to improve on a lot of things, and I have the structure and the ability to do so. And listening to you, has given me. It's so easy to just accept being piece of crap,
Yeah.
It's easy to make excuses.
Yeah.
It's easy to be a beta.
Yeah.
Just because you make okay money doesn't mean you're not a beta. And it's just, it's just easy to get by and do the bare minimum. And that's kind of what I've been doing for a long time. And so, really, I listen to your content maybe a little bit too much all the time. And it's really, at first it kind of made me really sad, Jesse, because it just really opened my eyes to say, Ryan, like, what are you doing? A lot of these things that Jesse's saying.
Yeah.
And you just put it to the side and make excuses. And it's unacceptable, and I'm better than that. And realizing that, and just you know, it just got me down for a little bit, you know, and that's just, man, come on, you know, grow up. You don't need to be down. You just quit being a piece of crap. Just do the right thing.
Yeah. So because of time, you wanted to ask me about your mother?
Correct.
Okay.
So I want to forgive my mother. She got out of prison. She did the same thing. She went right back, got out. Hell on earth just ruins everything for everybody. And the only relationship, you know, I would try to see her, and then she wouldn't show up. She's always spun out. She lives like 6 hours away. I don't think I've seen her in a decade. Past, you know, 2-3 times I drove there to try to see her. She told me she'd meet me at a restaurant, then not show up. I think the last time I went out there, she showed up, ordered food, and said she was going to go take a phone call and left. So she only ever calls me for money now.
And
hard to say no to mama.
Yeah. Do you give her money?
Yes.
Why?
You know, not any. You know, I won't anymore. I made that decision, but up until recently, yes, it's because, you know, I just hate to think about my mother going without. And
right. Don't give her another dime.
Yes, sir.
Let her suffer. Because giving her the money, you're supporting her habits.
Yes, sir.
And that's not love. So do not give her another dime. And you tell her, no, I'm not giving you another dime. Don't call me about money ever, or I'm not going to talk to you.
Yes, sir, Jesse.
Yeah, don't give her a dime, man. You work on your life and leave your mama in her hell. Let her suffer.
Yes, sir. You're right. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. What I wanted to ask, though, is I want to forgive her, and I don't know if my idea of forgiveness is misconstrued or not. I don't feel anger like I used to at all. I used to feel so much anger towards her. I don't anymore.
Right.
I can't help but to feel resentful towards her. And I you know, for a long time I felt like I had forgiven her, and now I think that if I truly forgive my mother, I shouldn't feel any resentment or anything but, you know, peace and love towards her, and just set her free, you know. And I, you know, she won't answer my phone calls. You know, I know you say you need to go to your mother. You know, I would have to pay her to come out of the woodwork if I drive down there to look at her and forgive her. And I'm struggling with it, Jesse, and I wanted your advice on that. Like, can you forgive somebody and feel resentful or upset at them still, but not, you know?
Well, here's what I recommend because of time. You realize she cannot help herself. She has anger too. And that anger is driving her to do all the stuff that she's doing. She can't help herself. You know how when those black kids, you had to fight with the black kids in the school place? And it made you angry? And that anger drove you to fight in the wrong way. It's the same spirit that's in your mother. You got that spirit from her. She got it from her mother. So realize she could not help herself. That's why she's, according to you, using drugs and everything. She's driven by that anger. She has an emptiness. And the drug, she thinks, is helping her it is helping to cover up the pain, but it's not setting her free. So just forgive her. Be done with her. Don't call her anymore. Don't try to contact her. Do not give her money. Do the silent prayer. And when the thoughts come that you are angry, do not call them you. You're not the thoughts, and you're not the angry feeling. Stop identifying with it, and they will be taken away from you. So
I am able to forgive her, and I'm not the anger that I feel.
100%.
That's so amazing, Jesse. I've stayed up ever since I've been listening to your content. I've stayed up, stared at the ceiling, and thought about this, and I've listened to you say it 1,000,000 times. Yeah.
No, so now that you realize you need to forgive her and you can't have the communication to do it, you're fine. You'll be fine. Just move on with your life. Work on do the silent prayer. Stay present. And I'm telling you, all of those other emotional thoughts and ideas will be taken away from you. So that's why I'm encouraging you to see those thoughts and not identify with them anymore is making you free from them. All right?
I just text her and say, Mom, I forgive you for all the hell you raised. You know what I've listened to what you say.
Yeah.
And that's and then I've done my part. And I just have to work on not identifying with that. And that's amazing.
100%, and I'm telling you the truth. All you need to do now is stop identifying with it. You'll be fine. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions, good or bad.
You're amazing, Jesse. I seriously appreciate it. I know you're short on time. I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome. You stay with it, Ryan. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. It's only going to get better. It cannot go wrong. It can only go right, and it will get rid of the wrongs. One thing I want you to know, if you will notice this if you haven't noticed it already, is that the fake Ryan, the thoughts and emotions are never happy. They always got something going on. But the real Ryan is always happy and never have anything going on. You're always happy. You're always free. It's the fake Ryan that has all the problems. So stop identifying with the fake Ryan and you'll be fine.
Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jesse. And I'll say this just one more time. My dad is amazing.
Amazing.
I'm so glad I returned to my father.
Yes.
Just incredible. Thank you so much, Jesse. Seriously, thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Don't try to go see your mother. You'll be done with her. Just don't return. You'll be fine.
No, I don't ever want to go there again.
Right. All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye now. Amazing. 888-7753-773. Thank you, Ryan. Super chat. Super
chats. Daniel from Texas asks.
Ask.
How do you begin to interact with people once you have made the silent prayer part of your daily life? It's very difficult sometimes to want to be around people because you can see exactly what's driving them. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping humanity out of their fallen state.
You interact with them by not forcing it. Let it happen naturally. If it doesn't happen naturally, just live your life. Live your life. Life will happen naturally. If you let it, amazing, stay with it.
Thank you, Daniel from Texas. Anthony with a couple of Cash App tips.
Thank you, Anthony.
Forgiveness is the key to unlock your peace of mind, he says.
It really is, man. It really is. It's so amazing. I can't explain it. Amazing.
And he mentioned some liberal woman on cable news, mocking her name, by the way, when he says, "Why, Lord? Why?
Why, John, Lord?" Amazing. Thank you, Anthony.
I'm not sure what the reference is, but thank you. Brandy says thank you on Cash App.
Thank you, Brandy. Thanks for your support.
Age of Inversion on Rumble with the Rumble rant. Trump declaring martial law on April 20th. Hitler's birthday would be the greatest, most epic troll of all time. Tony would literally have a stroke, says Age of Inversion.
That's for sure.
Is that what Tony said is going to happen?
Yeah, it was stupid. I heard him say something stupid like that.
Yeah.
I just let it go, Mama. I just let it pass. Thank you, though. Amazing.
Nice. Matt, 3 coffees. You need to have a theme song for when Tony calls. Should be a collaboration of every time Tony says his name to calm down. Tony. Tony. Tony.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Not Archangel Gabriel. Hey, Tony, you need to go to forgive your mama. Because you're sitting up here sounding like a mammy. Love you, Tony. Drop the screeching my ears. Ear emoji.
Amazing. Thank you.
Madeline, 3 coffees. Hi, hey, Jesse. I'm from Spotsylvania. I figured it was only a matter of time before the poison spread to my small town.
Yeah.
There's trash everywhere. I don't care if I am part black. I'm going with the whites when they leave this mess.
Me too.
All my friends are white. My son's father's white. Black girls called me white girl back in the 70s and 80s because I can speak proper English and like to read. So, yes, I have earned my white card.
Right on. July is White History Month. They're doing an amazing thing in South Africa. I'm hearing about it. The white people are. They are building another white township. And the blacks don't like it. Hopefully we'll have that guest on soon. He can explain to you what's going on. Thank you.
Nazulium, listening while welding in the oil field in North Dakota.
I rest my case. There you go, Tony from California and Anthony, right?
This is Nazulium.
No, I'm just saying that with Anthony and talking about the tariff.
Yeah, I think so.
From Colorado, I think.
I'm blanking. I don't remember.
Me too. Thank you, though. Absolutely.
Thank you, D-Live, sir. Watching from South Africa, says X-Master. Thank you, Jesse. You've really changed my life. Amazing.
Oh, amazing. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Amazing.
Age of Inversion, who's a monthly supporter, says everyone just wants the status quo, but the status quo is unsustainable.
There you go.
Indeed.
That's deep. Thank you.
Cesar, 3 coffees. Like the video for the engagement. Gotta love Bible Thumping Thursday.
Bible Thumping Thursday is amazing.
Jesse, talk about niggerara and hate whisper in the B word. What the? He drunk as a bastard.
Thank you.
Stephen from Rotterdam, the Netherlands.
Nice.
Never a crisis in the kingdom within. Love y'all. Yeah. Don't be a beta. And biblical question answer.
Are you a single-minded person?
Yes, we are a single-minded person.
Thank you. I'll put my sisters in on Sunday.
Dalmar says, growing up in Alabama, how did events like the Birmingham church bombing, Emmett Till's death, and the Selma marches impact you?
Not at all.
Nice.
0. Amazing. Thank you.
Giovanni, thank you for everything, Jesse. Without your help, I would have never known true peace and to live a life without hate.
Right on, Giovanni. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. That's all I can say right now.
Yeah, we'll read the rest later, guys.
Thank you.
We'll read the rest tomorrow, hopefully.
And to the callers and the board is smoking. I'm just so out of time. Tomorrow is Black Friday. And we're just going to move calls on Black Friday, as we try to do every day. I'm out of time. Don from first-time caller Ohio. Corey, a first-time caller out of California. And the callers that have dropped in, I'm out of time. Really, I am. The Hake Report coming up now. And then Joel Friday TV at 11. He black. And the American Acre Baby at 12. And I'll be back tomorrow if the Lord is willing and the creek don't right. Get on that straight and narrow. Men and women. Ladies, you only are responsible for your spiritual path you must take if you want to be free. Thank you all for your super chat and your donations, your support. Take care. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com. rebuildingtheman.com/stores and get Punchy's Coffee. So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer.
I know some people have called in and they wonder if the silent prayer is working. And I just want to take a second and to tell them that it works. You just have to stick with it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I started doing before I even forgave my parents. And I was so depressed and suicidal at some times that I just would have to stop in the middle of my job or whatever I was doing and go into the silent prayer. And it really does help. Like, I don't have those anymore.
Amazing. You haven't seen anything yet. Doubt every thought. Bring every thought into captivity. Just let them all pass. Don't judge them. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better and easier, easier, easier. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church.